Hello everyone, this is Aaron Pitts from ATF Gaming and welcome back to my summer car. Today we are actually going to start building our car. We first need to head back to the house though. After a successful sewage mission, in which we did our sewage job, we also finished the log chopping expedition that we had to do, that we've really spent almost 2 episodes on. But let's get started. I apologize if you guys had trouble hearing me in the last episode. I did not realize how loud the vehicles were, so my voice kind of got watered out when I was driving the vehicles. So I attempted to cut out most of that process, but yeah, so we're gonna head home. I do have beer here, right? Yeah, alright. So we're gonna head home, and parking brake. It's always a parking brake. There we go. Alright, so basically, today we're gonna start building the engine block. We're gonna start putting the engine block together. Which is honestly a very big chore. Let's just make sure nobody's coming. All good. We'll head out. But yeah, we're gonna put the engine together. Hopefully we can do the whole engine today. That would be quite nice. I'm at a horrible looking angle here. Oh, there comes another car. But, yeah, we're going to attempt to put together the whole engine block today. But as you guys will find out shortly, that is not an easy process whatsoever. Every single part has screws. You have to tighten the screws. You have to do every single piston, every single spark plug, everything you could possibly imagine. Oh, that's another tanker. Let's not get hit by that. Well, not a tanker, that's a truck, but we're in the tanker. So yeah, that's the plan today. I don't know if I'll successfully be able to finish it. I'm going to slow down a little bit. We're weaving all over the road. But I don't know how successful we're gonna be at that goal. If we have to split up the engine block into 2 episodes, then so be it. I apologize for the fact that we're gonna do the same thing for 2 episodes. But there is a lot to building this car, and it's quite a deep, in-depth process. So we definitely need to take our time with it. Oh no! No, no, no. Okay. Oh, we almost died. We almost died right there. Let's hope nobody's coming. Oh, that was almost really bad. Hopefully our bladder can hold out until we get home. So I'm going to cut out here, and then I'll see you guys when we arrive back at the household. Alright, we are almost home here. Once we do get home, we are going to take a shower, smoke some cigarettes while in the shower, because that's something that we do. And we'll just park over here for now. We're going to take a shower, smoke in the shower, and get something to drink, use the bathroom, do all of the usual, Oh, I just hit the car. Did I damage the car? No, I don't think so. But let's see, what order do we want to do things in? Let's pee first. Oh, let's aim up, Aaron. Aim up. Let's also start the cigarette while we're at it. No, I forgot how to use the cigarette again. Gotta really push the stream out. You see the stream got a little weak there. You can't have a weak stream. Alright, we are done with peeing. Again, I advise don't smoke in the household, but for purposes of making this game slightly easier. Oh, that's something we should do too. I found out where our bucket is. Remember the first or second episode, I don't want to go to the sauna. I want to take a shower. I was really confused at where our bucket was, because there's supposed to be a bucket that you need. Our bucket is in a different location than where I previously remembered it being. So actually, no, I said we're going to build the car today. We're going to build the car today. But maybe in the next episode, depending on how far we get with the engine block today, we might go and retrieve that bucket so we can start making our own home brew. Alright, we are clean. Our stress has gone down. We also, wow, I had a lot of smoke built up there. We need thirst, so I guess we'll just go the non-finished way and drink out of the tap. Alright. Nope, that's the wrong button, Aaron. That's the button we'll be needing. Oh, who's calling now?
Heippa, tässä olisi isi käski soittaa, että tulisitko sä meidän tuohon likakaivoon ja se on ihan täynnä ja tarvitsisi se puhdistella. Voisitko sä tulla? Isi ei ehtinyt
That was a little creepy. But that's a full sewage well. We'll do that in another day. We're looking fairly decent on the money right now. So, alright, as you can see, we have all of the parts that you could possibly imagine for a car. But we need to start with the engine block, which is, as you would expect, incredibly painful. Because the majority of these parts on these two shelves right here and the floor are for the engine block. Now, I don't have very much knowledge when it comes to building cars, but especially the engine portion, I do have a list of things that we need to do here. So, first of all, we need the actual engine block, which is down here. Start with that. We're going to put it on the table. I'm going to move these lights because I feel like they're just going to be in the way. So I'm going to put them up on the shelf. We'll do the same with the rear lights as well. Just now, who's calling? I'm coming. I should just leave this open while we're here.
Terve vaan, että meidän tämä paskakaivo olisi täyttynyt paskasta taas, että tulisitko tyhjentämään?
Our shit is full of crap. Great. Well, we made it to episode 4 without having a swear word in it. I guess that's quite impressive considering this game. This game literally has a key in which you swear, and I guess I'll just show you now. Here's... Oh, Satan. Satana. Here's I'm just gonna go through the curses. God help me already. Or Umayota is what I think he said. Satana. Satan again. What is it with Satan? Oh, pussy again. You invictu. And then there's this key. You dick of a pussy. There's that key, you can flip people off. And some people have, like, react to that, like the shop owner, he reacts to it. And those two guys who are outside the shop react to it. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is get the crankshaft in, which is right here. Now, as you guys will quite quickly see here, this game is ridiculously specific. You have to find where to put the freaking crankshaft. And then once you're putting it in the right spot, it'll kind of give you a check mark, maybe. Maybe. It said on the thing that this sometimes doesn't work, so alright. I guess the crankshaft doesn't want to be friendly today. Where would this even go? I wish I had more knowledge of cars. Alright. Crankshaft, stay there. What's next? The main bearings. Let's see. What would that look like? Now who's calling? Is this an thing and I forgot to leave the house open? Now who is it? I just gave you firewood. How have you run out of that already? I've literally spent like an hour just cutting firewood for you. Can that thing go away or do I need to listen? I should have listened to it all. Oh, there it goes. Alright, so main bearings. What would that look like? Oh, I'm so sorry if I offend all of the car owners everywhere. Main bearings. Is that what this is? Nope, that's the gearbox. Timing cover. Cylinder head. Oil pan. Engine plate. Where? Main bearings. That what? Just tell me what it is, game. Wait, main bearings. I was expecting something a little more impressive. Now, unfortunately, I think these go on the crankshaft. But I'll kind of search around here for a little while. Yeah, I think we do need to get the crankshaft on here somehow. Oh, I saw the check mark. I saw the check mark. Where did it go? Mr. Checkmark, please come. Oh, it was right there momentarily. Come back, Mr. Checkmark, please. I saw you at... Oh, it's taunting me. I don't know why I just threw that farther away. Come closer. No, don't glitch through the table. I saw the check mark and I want it back. Where? There it is! Yes! Oh, hallelujah, that finally worked. Alright, let's get the main bearings in now. Main bearing number 1. Nope, not over there. It doesn't want it there. Where would you like it, game? Oh, you guys can see how frustrating this can be. Just tell me where'd it go? Okay, 1 second. Over here. Never mind. Alright. Now, for the most frustrating part of the game, but luckily, dang it. Luckily, I kind of have a guide at how I need to do this. Is the fact that you have to screw in all of the bolts with your tools here. We have to go into tool mode. And let's see. It says I need a 9mm spanner. You gotta have the correct spanner. Actually, let's put in all of the main bearings first. And then we will screw all of them in together. Let's get number 2 going. Number 2. I'm going to assume that's going to be kind of like over in this area. Maybe right there. And then number 3. We'll go right there. Now we can screw everything in. Now luckily it lights up, but you still have to find it for you. But yeah, this can be an incredibly frustrating process. I'm going to try to trim as much as I can of this out, but I don't want to trim too much of it out because it's the main portion of the game is building this car. But this is going to take a very long time, even with the guide that's helping me. Alright, there's the main bearings. Next are the pistons. Pistons are those. Piston number 1, where would you like to enter the engine block? Actually, I probably should turn this over. Right there. Piston number 1. Piston number 2. Piston number 3. And piston number 4. Now, I'm sure these have screws as well. Once I've put piston number 4 in. No, don't set it on top. Put it in the thing. Yes, I need a 7mm for this one. Right there. Now, where would the screws be in this thing? Over here? Yeah. Okay. Let's bring this closer to us. And let's start screwing. Okay. That was all 8 of them. Alright. Now, we need to get the head gasket, which I'm going to assume is... no, that's the rocker cover. That's the oil pan. Alright. Let's find the head gasket, whatever that is. That's the gearbox. I knew that. Head gasket. I was close to start with. Dang it. Right there. I don't think I have to do any screwing there. Now for the cylinder head, which I'm going to assume is in a similar place. No, that's the flywheel. Alright, here, I guess this is the mini game. How long does it take Aaron to find probably a super obvious piece of car mechanics? Cylinder head. Alright. Let's plop you on there, Mr. Cylinder Head. Oh, you're on the other side. Let's flip this over. And we need 7, which is what I believe we were already on. And let's start screwing in this. Alright, cylinder head's on. Now for the spark plugs. Now I know what spark plugs look like. Oh, need to get out of tool mode. We'll start with number 4. Let's be a rebel and start with number 4. Go backwards. Come on. I know it goes in here somewhere. It has. There it is. Okay. Number 2. Where's number 2? Oh my gosh, that took way too long. Number 3. Come on. I know where you go. You just need to sit nicely. Game, stop messing with me. I know exactly where this goes. Don't give, there it goes. And number 4. This is the one we tried to start with. Goes right there. Right. Come on, Mr. Sparkplug. I know exactly where you go. Okay, guess we'll do the jump on the table method again. Yeah, Mr. Checkmark, come back. Thank you. Alright. Now we need to get the spark plug wrench. And we need to scroll up until it's tightened. Okay. We'll start with number 4 because number 4 didn't want to cooperate earlier. Alright, spark plugs have been tightened. Next we need the rocker shaft, but we're going to get the spanner all ready before we do that. Rocker shaft, I'm pretty sure I know what that is. Because that's the rocker cover. So you would think it would be something like that. Plop. And there's 10 screws here, so we gotta make sure we do all 10 of the screws. That's a lot of screws. I don't know how... Oh, I read the wrong thing. There are 5 screws. I was gonna say 10 screws on this thing. That seems like an awful lot. Alright, next is the camshaft, which I'm pretty sure is one of these things. Camshaft gear. Is it the camshaft? No, there's a camshaft, which is that. Okay, where would this go? Oh, I saw the check mark already. Come on. Right there. It appears that went on the back here. Or not. One on the bottom. Nope. I don't know where that went. Oh wow. We do have screws though, so we kind of need to know where that went. We need the smallest one, which would make sense because I actually have legitimately no idea where I'm going with this. Oh, right here. Alright, now for the camshaft gear. Let's get the spanner ready while we're thinking about it. Which is this. Which I'm going to assume... Nope, don't jump on the table, Aaron. It's going to go right there. And there's only one bolt. Thank you very much, Mr. Camshaft Gear, for not being a huge pain. Okay. Timing chain. Right there. That's something that I can't screw up. No. Why did I have to say anything? There we go. Alright, now for the timing cover. Which is obviously right over here. Alright, now this has 6mm screws. I love how it's telling me not to do this, but obviously it's quite wow, really redundant there. It's quite obvious what I have to do here. Alright, next is the water pump. I'm sure that's gonna look like that. Does that go on this side as well? I feel like it would, yes. I need to get a different spanner. Because why would this game try to be easy? And now let's get that in. Alright, next is the crankshaft pulley. I really have no clue what that's going to look like. That's the water pump pulley. That's going to be next, so we know what that looks like. Crankshaft pulley, there we go. Right there, there's only one screw, but of course it's a different spanner. Oh, the engine block is glitching through the table, but that's fine. And now for the water pump pulley, which is this. Come on, there we go. And that is 7mm. Alright, let's take a quick sausage break here, since we are getting quite hungry. We are getting quite fatigued as well, but we'll go a little while longer. Do we have a case of beer in here? Nope. That's not good. Well, I know there's some in the car, but I kind of like to keep a couple of those in the car. But I guess we'll hit every wall. I don't think I can. I need to stop hitting that. I know I kept a couple in here. Yeah, alright. Click. All of the wrong buttons on beer case. We're gonna relocate this beer case into the garage. We'll put it next to the battery charger. Sure, the one thing that's physical is this table. Alright. Let's actually get a beer before we forget. We'll put it down the hole here so that it's not in our way. Alright, what's next? The distributor. That seems important. Alternator, carburetor, starter. Lots of errors, but not the ones we're looking for. Drive gear, oil pan. Distributor, right behind the oil filter. Alright, so this, it says it goes to the side of the engine where the spark plugs are. Okay. Right there. Not quite sure where that went, but oh, there it is. And that needs a screwing as well. Let's find it. Or let's not do it that way, because that would be wrong. Where? Well, it's right there. I see it. Right there. I see it. Oh my gosh. What's next here? The alternator. Alright, we're moving right along here. I do think we can get the engine block done in this episode. I think it's quite possible that we can do this once I figure out where this goes. Oh, that didn't help. No, putting it in the sauna probably won't help either. Actually, I really hope that didn't just glitch through the wall. It did. That's not good. Alright, can I reach it from here? Yes, I can. Alright, we retrieved the alternator from... I don't know why I've been using the table. This actually might be a better method here. I've just got to figure out where it goes. It feels like something that would go right around here. Or over here, possibly. Right there. No. Where did the check mark go? Where Mr. Checkmark come back? Right there. Okay. We need to put the fan belt. The fan belt is inside. It was with our store item, because remember we purchased the fan belt from the store. Let's see, where did that launch to? There it is, underneath some brake clutch fluid. Mr. Fan Belt, welcome to the club. Oh yeah, I forgot I put it down here. Mr. Fan Belt, you can go right there. Alright, so now we have to be a little more specific. But there's a lot of screws involved in this. So next is the engine plate. Pressing all the wrong buttons. Get out of tool mode. Clutch disc, clutch, flywheel, engine plate. Let's see, where would such a thing like this go? You would think it would go somewhere over here. Yes, it does. That does not need to be tightened. Now we need the starter. I believe the starter was... Oh, that's the drive gear. The starter is over here. I'm going to assume that it's on this side as well. Yep. We need to tighten that with the 7s. Alright, what's next? The carburetor is next. Which was... No, that's the... Is this? Yes. Now I just gotta figure out where this goes. Oh, okay, the check mark was way over there. Alright, that takes 8mm. I see them, you just gotta get to them. The headers. Oh, get out of tool mode, Aaron. Which is this. This looks like something that would just kind of plop in over here somewhere. Yep. And that takes 8mm, which I think is already equipped. And we'll tighten this down. How many of them are there, does this say? 5 of them. Alright. The flywheel, which was this thing, right? Yes, yes indeed. Right there. That takes screws as well. 7. Alright, next we have to combine a few things here. We gotta combine these 3 things. And now put this on. This is the clutch assembly. And of course this has a different size spanner as the previous. Because why not? Alright. Now for the oil pan. This is probably going to launch this into the stratosphere. Yep. This has screws as well. Actually has 2 different sets of screws. Let's do the big one first. Let's actually stand up like an adult. There's one really big... Actually, can we flip this around? That would be great. Just temporarily, yeah. There's this one big screw, and that's how we change our oil, is by that one screw. And then there's normal screws as well. Alright, there's that. Let's turn our light on. It's getting kind of dark. We're almost done. I think there's only like 3 or 4 more things. The gearbox is next, which, as we've discovered, is this thing. This thing is probably going to make this explode. Excuse me. Alright. This also has 2 sets of screws. Let's start with the big one again. Actually, let's turn this around because... Actually, let's just go to sleep. Let's grab a beer before we do so. Let's just go to sleep now since our fatigue is getting pretty high. And we will return to this in the morning. Oh, somebody's calling us. Oh no. It's the middle of the night. Who's calling us? Oh, we'll do that later. The problem with that guy is he wakes us up in the middle of the night and now we're not fatigued anymore and I can't see anything. There's the light switch. Fine. Let's just work in the night. That's fine. That's why we have a light. Alright, let's get back to work here. Alright, next is the drive gear. Again, we only have like 2 things left. Actually, no, this is the last thing. And I'm going to assume it goes right there. This has screws. I believe I actually already have. No, I don't. Screw this in. And then that's it for the engine block. Next time we'll put the chassis together and get the car on wheels, and then we'll put the engine inside the car using the motor hoist. But we won't put it on the hoist until then because that hoist can be quite painful. Alright. That is that. So, we just put together an entire engine. In hopefully 1 episode. Depends on cuts and all that. But, yeah. So, we just got to start putting the subframe and the undercarriage of the car together. Hopefully get it on wheels so that we can just push it in here. That'll make using the motor hoist a lot easier. And then, I don't know. I don't think we'll next episode we'll focus on the chassis and maybe getting that bucket that we need. But otherwise, yeah, that's a lot of progress we made today. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.